Well, welcome back. It's your boy Soft Serve. Gonna be doing something a little different today. This is some advice. Okay, so normally I don't do this type of content. Normally I stick to talking about stories from jobs that I used to work and stuff on, like mental health and things like that. But I feel that I needed to share this. So this past week, I had to go out of town and I was with a member of my family. This is a young 20 something year old. And so she was driving, I was in the passenger seat and we're on the highway and we had to drive a couple of hours out of town. So, this stretch of highway had two lanes going north and then two lanes going south. And we were coming upon a semi and we were kind of, beside the semi, we'll say that. And she's like, oh my gosh, all these people are just right up on my butt. And I got to thinking, I'm like, well, I'm thinking to myself, well, you're kind of in the passing lane. So it goes on like this for a few minutes, and then I spoke up, and I'm like, you know that you're in the passing lane, and that semi, he's just doing what he's doing. He's driving. All these people behind you are hoping that you're going to get up ahead of them, up ahead of this semi, and then they can go around. And she's like, what do you mean the passing lane? I'm like, well, you have two lanes. One's for going the regular speed limit. The other is for passing whoever is basically driving slower than you are. So I was like, watch this. Get up ahead of this semi and get over, get in front of them, and then watch. All those cars are going to go by, and it'll make for a much easier trip. So she does that. And yeah, just like I said, I look back. They're all going, they're passing us, and they all go on about their way, and everything's good to go. And then I got to thinking to myself, she's like, I didn't know that's how you're supposed to do that. And I'm like, sitting there thinking to myself, like, wow. I'm sitting there thinking, as an older gentleman and also a father and soon to be a grandfather, I'm sitting there thinking, like, wow, we have totally failed this next generation as far as teaching them the way. And it may seem pretty trivial, but I mean, there's so many things that we could be teaching our kids. Um, I don't go into politics. It's not my thing, so I'm not going to preach about that. But what I will say, we are failing these next generations. Like, there's certain things that we don't teach these kids that they need to know. And, I figured, hey, I'm going to start doing that. So if you're traveling on the highway, there are two lanes and there is a vehicle going slower than you in the right lane and you get over to pass them. Don't stay in that passing lane and back up traffic. Get up ahead of the vehicle that was going slower than you and let the faster ones go through. See, if we would all communicate and do things like this world could be a much better place. But yeah, so I figure I would, I'll do a couple videos like this. There's a lot of things that we don't teach, our kids and people younger than us, how to basically survive certain situations safely. So that's what I think I'm going to do. But yeah, I just figured I would come up with a short video, kind of like an intro or whatever. But I'm going to do a little research and figure out, how I can make a couple of these videos and, pass these on to some of these younger people. But yeah, as I said, I'm Soft Serve. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and a quick follow or a subscribe. And if you have any questions or if there's ideas that you have for videos that I could do, hit me up. You know, I'm always welcome and open to suggestion. So, yeah, as I said, this is Soft Serve. I'm out. Y'all have a good day. Love you guys. Stay safe.